Well, it's still Global Sports on independent television, and quickly we shift our attention to athletics right about now. The city of Benin has been hosting a whole lot of guests when it comes to the world of athletics. It is the MTN CHAMPS, and in conjunction with Making of Champion, giving us a whole lot of events in the Samuel Agwemidia Stadium in Benin City. It started yesterday, and so far so good. We've been having interesting results coming out of the tournament. With me in the studio, I have Yemi Galadima, the managing editor, Making of Champions. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Okay, we also have Olusheye Odunsi, the senior manager, sales and trade development for West Region MTN. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, we've seen the excitement in the air when it comes to the game and the level of participation. So, our first question: what brought about this idea? What's the rationale behind it? Why athletics? Why?
Okay. So, in order to build brand loyalty,
okay,
MTN Nigeria decided to sponsor athletics. You know, there are a lot of sponsors that go into football and other sports as well. So we chose athletics in order to foster, bring out talents amongst our youths, and also to show them the positive sides of field and track sports too as well. So what we're doing is we're identifying talents who would you know, be groomed, and of course we're hoping that they be the leaders of athletics field track events in the future. These are people we're looking at to represent Nigeria globally going forward. So there's a lot being put in place in terms of grooming them, you know, even benefits such as having sponsorships and having scholarships as well in foreign countries, such that will make them eligible to take over this leadership space of athletics in Nigeria in the future.
Okay, Yemi, we have over 800 athletes from different schools, different regions of the country coming together, especially from the South for this game. I believe it is a very hectic task managing the large number of kids. I will use the word kids because most of them are very young.
Yes.
We have the youth, the cadets, and the unders. So how far has MTN gone in managing these amounts of children, and especially most people would say age grade events like this, you will have people falsifying their age and the rest of them. So how has MTN been able to cope this in this particular event? Okay,
so I work for Making of Champions.
Okay,
and the reason why we had to partner with, that's MTN CHAMPS now had to partner with the Nigeria School Sports Federation and the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, was to help out in cases like this, because the School Sports Federation is the body that oversees sports as it has to do with secondary schools. So in terms of mobilizing the schools, that was what the NSSF was there for. That was why they were partnered with for this competition, as well as the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, because now results from this event will be captured, will be sent to World Athletics. It will be captured on the World Athletics database. So it's very, very important. It was important to carry all of these bodies along. Also, the reason we had different age categories, under 14, under 17, under 20, you find out that there's a lot of pressure on youth events.
Exactly.
At the youth games now, which was concluded recently, under 15,
yes,
it used to be under 17. And so then a lot of pressure is there because everybody now wants to be under 15. Or you want to be under, once, you know, an age limit has been set, everybody now wants to fall under that category. So when you're having 3 different age categories, it now gives room for more people,
more participation,
you know, for more alternatives. So there is under 14, you must fall into one of those categories as long as you're in secondary school. And also we use the roster app as well to get live results captured, like I said, to World Athletics. So once your age, anybody participating in this event, your age is going to be captured on the World Athletics database. So you can't change it tomorrow, because you see athletes, this year they are 15. Then next 2 years, you know, in my work in athletics, next 2 years, the person is still 15.
15 years.
They keep changing their age, but now it's captured and you can't change that age again. So these were some of the measures that were introduced into MTN CHAMPS to check that.
Okay, quickly going back to Mr. Olusheye. Now, seeing most of these children coming from far places, or most of the kids in different category, the cadet, the youth, and the unders, coming from different location to participate in this particular one. What are the incentives put aside for everybody participating in the tournament to get something, at least something that will boost their morale for participation in future tournaments?
All right, so let me look at it from the social perspective and also from the economical perspective. All right, you have athletes that do a lot of practice, in terms of trying to be the best. So what this is doing differently, which is the first of its type, it's for us to have identify athletes, bring secondary school students together, put them in a competition, and of course identify the first 10 best performers. Yes. These best 10 best performers are going to be joining the MTN Academy. And of course this is a whole lot of academy where a lot of things have been put in place in terms of even education, in terms of partnering with some other organizations which would actually be able to take them to get scholarship in probably Jamaica or the United States of America. So what does this do? What it does most effectively is to have a lot of more students put a lot of more effort and energy, of course, into athletics, field and sport track events, rather than, going around and doing some other stuff. It focuses them on athletics, bearing in mind that they stand to gain a lot, And also we've put together a lot of sub benefits that they win from time to time, during the event. If you watched yesterday's presentation as well at the stadium, there were quite a number of gift items that went out in terms of TV, generators, and irons, etc., just to encourage them. But in all totality, we're taking 10 champions who will be groomed for future.
Okay, I was watching some of the event covered by one of our very own in ITV talking about Edesiri. Well, there's one particular event I want to make mention of, the high jump. I've seen a very young lad doing exceptionally well in that particular one. It was beautiful to behold. And for making of champion, athletes like these, what are the plans put aside for this particular young guy doing this at this stage and at this age?
So the reason MTN partnered with Making of Champions is the fact that Making of Champions has sort of developed a template for discovering athletes, training them, and then releasing them to dominate wherever. And that is also the joy of hosting this sort of competition. It gives these athletes a platform. Many of them, this will be the first time they are on this sort of stage, and that boy was 10 or so, and I think he took the bronze medal in the cadets category of the high jump. And so that is why you have this. Now, a discovery has been made with this person, seeing what, that this person has a potential. And he came all the way from Anambra State. Yeah, so this you now beam the searchlight on this kind of person. Okay, what can be done? Even his state now, for example, will become aware, okay, we have a talent like this, and then you now try to find ways of making sure he has the right training, coaching, education as well, but definitely having a lot of these people being showcased on this platform is the beginning of discovery, and then from there you take things up.
Okay, before we wrap it up, one more question for our guests and people coming around to catch a glimpse of what's happening in the stadium. I believe there are other incentive for them probably, or more like motivation aside from Edo State right now, Benin City. There must be other states that will actually have the opportunity to enjoy something like this also.
Definitely, because this is just the first leg, Benin. So from here, we're going to Uyo and then Ibadan with the final leg in Abuja and the grand final as well in Abuja. Okay. So we try to spread across the regions as much as possible in season one.
Season one. Yes. Hopefully we'll have more champions as the time goes on, and definitely it has been a very good one to see MTN partnering with Making of Champion to get something positive out of this.
Thank you so much, Solomon, right there. I'm really happy the quality of guests you have right there in the studio. And my question goes to the representative for Making of Champions. Over the years, they have been working assiduously to produce top-class athletes. The likes of Favour Vili have also passed through their training. I want to know this partnership with MTN, how important it is with the project that important
okay.
is a partnership with MTN in taking
Yes.
this game, what Making of Champions have been doing over the years, in taking it to a whole new level.
Yes, definitely. This is a big deal because for Making of Champions, we believe that Nigeria can become the #1 track and field nation in the world. You know, looking at our Olympic history, most medals Nigeria has won at the Olympics were from athletics. And so with MTN coming in now, it takes things to a brand new level. You know, it shows that a brand of this magnitude coming behind you means there's just so much more you can do in terms of discovering talent and in terms of also training them and developing them to become world-class athletes. You've seen athletes from Making of Champions gain scholarships. Some of them are in the US right now. You know, they started from the academy. And then with the MTN Academy also starting, it will be good to see, you know, what happens with that. And definitely, we're sure of the best. We're sure that the talent gotten from MTN CHAMPS will be developed into better talent. And so more corporate sponsors and even MTN themselves, you know, will be happy with that product. It will help boost the face of athletics in Nigeria. It shows what we're capable of doing as a country.
Yeah, I think you have any assertion to say to that particular one.
All right, so for me, I'll just add that Making of Champions is a great initiative, and the positive aspect of it is ensuring that we have future leaders who would see in the Olympics,
Yes.
and a lot of other track events. So it's a great one. It's the first of its type, and of course, hopefully, with the success, we should look forward to having greater achievements.
Definitely, we're looking forward to greater achievement when it comes to the world of athletics. We'll go on a short break, and when we're back, Global Sports continues.